and welcome back to the fourth part of this tutorial. Now let's take care of the deduction and the net pay and some other components in there, and we will also take care of this as well because I want the value to default back to 0. So I'm going to exit out, and right underneath here I'm still inside the total, so let's come down here, just press enter. Now what we want to do is to get the deduction. Let's check out the name of the deduction first. Let's minimize this, and that is deduction. Yes, DBE deduction, and this one is DBE net pay. So double click on that, and let's just press enter, paste deduction there. In the case of deduction, I want the value that is going to be deducted to be the tax and so on. That'll be the tax, pension, student loan, and NI. So I'm going to, let's grab hold of whatever has tax in there. Oh, that is it. I'm going to have to add all of this in here. Okay, let's just grab hold of this. Nah, there's no point. Let's grab hold of this one. Paste it right here. Okay, so my deduction is going to be as follows: tax plus pension there, and let's minimize this, then plus student loan and plus NI payments, and put that in here. For those of you who don't know what that means, that's like your insurance payment. Alright, that is that all done. Now let's take care of, we need to take care of the net pay. So underneath here, I'm going to come down here, and net pay is, I think it's called net pay. That was meant to be pay, net pay. In the case of net pay, that is going to be, I need the, where we have the gross pay. So let's say that's tax, and that will be equals. We also need to convert float to string. So let's grab all of these, paste that here. Now my gross pay, let's see, gross pay, I think I have it up there called gross pay. Let's come up here. Yeah, it is called gross pay. The gross pay is going to be this, so let's grab this too, come right down here, paste that in there, and that is me now deducting this from this there. But for your information, there's nothing in here. Why do I have this error? Let's check out the net pay's name. Let's come in here, net pay. Yeah, net pay, copy that back in here, net pay, just change that to net pay and see. Okay, we will sort that out as time goes on anyway. Okay, you see the gross pay, there seems to be nothing in there. Oh, this is it here, I think. Yeah, that is it. So I'm going to have to convert that. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to grab all of this, and right underneath here, the conversion will have to take place. Or shall we say gross pay equals all of this. So grab this. The choice is yours either way. Paste that in there, and gross pay, that will become everything we have in here. Copy that. So we don't have to change that because it is already double, and every content in here are double as well. Undo that. Let's move it forward a little bit, and this one as well. So we have gross pay. Now we need deduction. Copy that and paste that underneath here. Deduction will be equals the tax, student loan, and so on. This is it right here. Grab hold of all of this. That's the deduction. Paste that in there. There. So as you can see, the error in here is gone as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's save and run it just to see how that looks like for now. Run. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so I have some value in here anyway, so let's see if it's going to give me the deduction and the net pay. Yes, it does. Okay, that is good. We still need to take care of all of this. You see this other one, those are the data of the employee. Now let's even check the payroll data. Look at that. You see the payroll data there. All of the data is in there, but deduction and net pay is not in there. Let's come in here, kind of like sort of like refresh, or just click on this to refresh and see. It should be in there now. Okay, maybe if I log off and log back on. Okay, we have that in there. Okay, now let's continue. I want to take care of the tax pay and pension. So what I'm going to do, let's exit out. I have those variable in here, so let's come in here. Now we have tax pay, that will be equals tax. Then we also have pension pay, that will be equals pension. Remember those variables that I declare up there, and I've already used them here. Look at that. Okay, we now want tax payable or payable tax. This is it here. Yeah, it's called taxable payment. Grab that, and pensionable payment. Okay, so let's go back in there. Pensionable or taxable, that is, and that will be, let's grab this. I'm going to grab hold of, where do we have anything to do with tax here? Okay, I'm going to grab hold of this because I intend to convert it. Grab hold of that, paste that in here, there, and that will become tax pay multiplied by period. I'm going to have to sort out that of period. Okay, the period, close that there. Now in the case of period, let's take care of that now because of that error, so that you guys will understand it more. Press enter, paste that in there. This is period. Let's come in here and I'll show it to you guys. Remember the one we created using for loop inside the form create? That is it right there, period. So I'm going to grab whatever data we have inside period, and I'll just add it in there. So we'll grab this. So go back into the design, double click on this. So that will become, we need to convert it to string to float. String to float. There we go. So whatever we have in here is right in here now. String to float. So I think the period is in lowercase. Let's change that. Yeah, I'm right, and this is should be in lowercase as well. Okay, so we have 1, 2 here. Close this bracket again. There. So whatever we have in here, we use that to multiply this to get the amount of tax that is paid. So that is fine. Okay, now the next thing we want to do now is we now want to work out the pensionable pay. So let's grab the name. Where is it? Pensionable. That is the name right there. Grab that. Double click here and come right down here. The pensionable. Paste that in there. And a pensionable payment, that will become whatever we have in here multiplied by the period. So I'm going to come in here, grab this, paste that in here. There. And that will be pay multiplied by period. Yeah, that is it. All done. So have a good look at that. Okay, that's where the total is. Come right down. And there, I think I may have finished this activity, but let's see. Let's run it first. There might be some minor adjustment that needs to be carried out. Alright, so remember the data that I entered before. So if I click on this, hopefully there's no error. We have error. Okay, where is that? Float. Okay, and then here and here, nothing happens in there. Okay, exit out. Let's see what happened. I think I know the reason why we have this error. Look at that. I'm going to do it again. There, it said it's not a valid floating point. Why? Because tax period is empty. So if I say the tax period, this is the second month of the year. So if I select this now and then click on that, there we go. It is now valid. Alright, the rest part of it, we just need to enter individual information in there. So all of this is taken care of, but one thing first. Supposing we want to add new data. When I click on this, everything here is 0. And the overtime, let's say the overtime, there's nothing in there. Check this out. And overtime, I leave that empty. We end up with an error because it's not a valid information. I agree, this one, okay, but we still don't have enough information here. Look at what's going to happen. Yeah, but if I enter 0 in there, that is fine. So what I want to do is to default the value in here to 0. So let's first of all, let's say defaulting the value to 0 means when I click on this, I want it to be 0. Or when I click on this, it should be 0. Now there's got to be a way out. Okay, I click on this is 0. Alright, let's exit out. And the name, let's find out what's the name. If it doesn't work how I think, then we'll do something else. So I'm going to grab this, and in here as well, I should change that value, I think. Now let's double click on this guy here, double click on that and unclick. Okay, right in here, so I'm going to, let's use an if statement. If DBE overtime if that is equals nothing, then I want the value in there to become 0. So let's just say the overtime should become 0. Okay, let's enter 0 in there, that's fine. else whatever is in there will be equals to whatever value we have in there. We go about that like that will be equals db overtime will be equals to whatever value we have inside db overtime, and the value inside the dbc tax period as well, I'm going to make that 0 as well. So let's just grab all of this and paste it there. There we go. While on the form load as well, I would like the DBC tax period. I like that to have the default value of 0 as well. So let's come in here just in case to be on the safe side. Let's put in the value of 0 in there. There. Oh, but when we run it, if I run it now, it will just show 0. Let me try it, else I'll get rid of it. Run. Let's see how that's gonna look like. Look at that, it's showing 0, so that I really don't want. Let's see. You see, it's showing 0. Okay, let's come back in here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that of form load. Let's get rid of that, and let's run it. Save. Let's run it again. There we go. Okay, so that's fine, and this is showing the right value in there. Only if it's empty should it default back to 0. So we can also say if this is empty, but let's see what was the value in here before. It's not showing me the value in there before, but it's defaulting back to 0. So let's go back in there, back in here, double click on this and just comment it out because it shouldn't be showing 0. Now let's see. Alright, so when we click, that is fine. Okay, now the whole idea is just to remind the user to enter a value in there. Okay, that is fine. All we then need to do now is to enter details of employee. So let's come in here and check out this employee, the one with 45 and 3,412. Come in here, 45, 3,012. Let's give it the following, and the name, let's assume the name is Kemi Johnson. Let's say Kemi Johnson. An address, number 1, Boston or Sun Town, something like that. And postcode, Queensland. She's female. And here position, let's say she is a pilot. Department, okay, flying, and date. Let's enter date of pay there. Let's say she get paid this day. That's period 2. That's fine. Her payroll name, let's just say pilot. NI number, NI code, tax code. There. So if we refresh that, I believe everything is in there. Refresh. Let's see, insufficient key. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And let's click and see. Let's go back in there. We have all our details. That's correct. Now let's check. You see, it's populated straight into our own rules there, so it's working as we want. There we go. All of the informations are there. That is good. So let's go back. Now, the last thing, let's check if we have all of this information on the database. Open up the database, double click on that, and let's see what's going to happen with the database. Open up Payroll. There we go. Look at all of the information of Kemi Johnson. That is good. The system is working, guys. So I'm going to close that. And that's it. And that's how you create your own payroll management system. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. Please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.